Hey there, welcome. It's Monday morning, April 19th, 2021. This is Les Solgrove. It's Simply Des Moines 15-minute market update, where we talk about what's happened in the last 7 days of the week and kind of try to make a prediction of what's going to happen in the coming days. So let's jump right in here. This is the overall recap of what happened last week. You can see currently we're at 1,757 homes for sale. That's down a little bit from last week. The next big number that you can see in the middle at the bottom of the screen is we're currently sitting today at 3,000, as of yesterday, 3,998 homes under contract. We actually did break through 4,000. We'll talk about that here in a minute. And then the far right number, the median sale price has jumped this week, up $4,750 from a previous week. We're at $243,490, which means that some of that new construction is probably starting to close that was sold earlier last fall and into the first of the year here. So we're starting to see new construction pricing kind of affect the overall median price here. So the top story this week, it's rare that the top story is the same as the featured story here. But the top story this week is talking about accepted offers. And this, frankly, is kind of what it looks like going into mortgage lenders' offices. It's the buyers on a Monday morning, they're making lines here. Part of the reason for this is on April 15th, we actually surpassed 4,000 pending sales in the MLS. And you can see that in 2020, the blue line, the highest number of pending sales we had at one point was 3,609. The highest number of pending sales at any point during the year in 2019 was only 2,807. So, we're certainly outpacing the last 2 years in a year where it's been just crazy with COVID. So, how far do we go? Well, that's the question we're going to try to watch here and answer as we move forward into the summer months here. But this is that old inverted market graphic. This is the best way to kind of describe what direction we're heading here. You can see there's that 4,001 high mark that we hit on the 15th. And what I want to do is answer the question, is 5,000 pending sales even possible? We're at 4,000. And, a lot of people said, we'll never hit 4,000. Well, do we have the possibility of hitting 5,000? I think we do. And here's why. If you look here, draw the straight line down from 4,001 to a year ago, we were sitting on the MLS currently at that time at 2,540 pending sales a year ago. So about 1,500 more than what we currently have, or less than we have today. And our high point, if you recall, was 3,609. Well, do the quick math here. That's a difference of 1,069 that we continued to add to our sale pending line from this point last year. And if you look at 4,001 and adding another 1,000, it's entirely possible that if we continue at this same pace, and all indications are that we're going to have a strong spring and summer market, that we could potentially hit 5,000 homes in the sale pending process. I'm not sure what that would do to the closings process. It'd probably slow everything down, but it's certainly possible. What it's going to take, though, is this graphic at the bottom, or this indicator at the bottom, which is homes for sale, has got to start picking back up. Now, remember last week we had a pretty good jump there, and we did pick that back up, but this week we kind of dropped back off again. So, what's going to happen? We're just going to have to find out. So, this is our old graphic that we've been watching over the several weeks here. This is the weekly count of homes added to the market. And you remember last week, it was a banner week. We hit 402 new properties on the market. And, what happened this week? Well, it was kind of lackluster. We only had 277 compared to 402. So that's why you saw that, that listing line at the bottom on the previous screen. You saw that kind of dip down. Well, that's what's happening. It's dipping back down because we didn't hit that again. So something's got to change. We had perfect weather. There's no reason that we shouldn't be listing more properties here. So we can review. Again, 277 homes were all that were added this past week. Nothing special in price increases or reductions. Accepted offers 406. That's 205 more. Keep that number in the back of your brain for a second. We'll come back to that. Our back on market is taming back down. Only 12% are coming back on market this past week. That's not bad. And we're fastly approaching that 4,000, another 4,000, a different 4,000 closed sales. We should hit that here in the next week or so as well as we move forward here. Open house traffic, again, nothing much different here. 303 homes held open this weekend. I am starting to, get a feel that, we're going to see some more open houses kind of pick back up here. So that's kind of a good sign. So this week's spotlight, we talked a little bit last week about the homes for sale inventory. This week, we're going to put the spotlight on pending sales and kind of figure out what's going on. We're going to do a little deeper digging into the pending sales stats. And so what this graphic is, it's kind of a rerun with some updates to it from the first of the year. The red line are the number of new homes added each week, and the yellow lines are this weekly pendings added. Of course, week 11, we had that massive week of homes that went under contract. And but let's look here again. Week 14, 402. This was last week, 2 weeks ago when I guess it was last week's show. I reported 402 new listings came on the market, and look at what happened. 406 this week went under contract. So the buyer appetite is there. They're eating up every single listing we have that comes on the market and more each week. So 402 went on last week, and 406 went under contract this week. So it's a pretty telling story there. To get an idea of which areas of the market are the most busiest with as far as pending sales, you can see of that 3,998 or close to 4,000 properties under contract, 60% is an increase. That's a 60% increase over this same time last year of 2518 that we talked about before. But if you break it down by single family resale and condo townhome resale, so that's the two bar graphs in the middle there, 2,203 homes currently under contract of single family housing. So that's your standard house, existing house, not brand new, not a condo or townhome. And that's up 34% over last year at this time, 55% up over the same time last year for the condo townhome. So really anything is selling there on both of those. But the real story is over here under new construction. A year ago at this time, we only had 525 single-family new construction homes in the sale pending process, 525. Today, we have 1,164, which is over 122% increase. That is just massive. So that's definitely what's keeping our market going and providing inventory for buyers out there to buy. Even condo townhome, even though it's not very many of them, it's 117 last year, but we say not very many. That's still quite a few, almost 300 now under contract condo townhomes this year. That's 138% increase. So just strange times. We will kind of I do watch all of the different graphic areas here, and this is part of my dashboard that I keep internally. And what you can see is I do track all properties and then break it down by all four of these subcategories. And what you'll notice here, 3,998, that's only 3 close or pending sales away from our all-time record that we just hit last week. And you notice we're very close on single-family new construction. We're only 2 away from a new record and 1 away for a condo townhome. So I expect to see us hit some new records this week. Who knows, even the condo townhome resales, if we got another 15 homes under contract this weekend, it's entirely possible we'll hit that record as well. That'd be kind of a cool thing. But notice the little green arrows. Everything is pointing up. That means everything is up. There are nothing that is down from last year in sale pendings. In fact, if you even look across here, this is looking at the median pending price. And again, the stacks are still the same as above there. All properties is the top line, and then single family resale down to condo townhome new construction at the bottom. the pending price, the median pending price, this is the price of a property at the time it goes under contract. This isn't the sold price. This is the price of the property at the date it went under contract. And the median price of all properties is up $35,000 over last year. So at the pending status price here. The big one down there is new construction 309.9 a year ago. It's 321.79 right now. A lot of that's due to material costs, but even the resale properties where we were seeing 209.9 was the median price at pending last year. It's 235. That's up 12%. And then the activity, the number of these properties in each of these categories going under contract. And I look back in a rolling 30-day period here. So 30 days back for all properties, we put under contract 1,873 homes on average in the last 30 days, every day. Or I'm sorry, that were not every day, but these are the ones that are on in sale pending over the rolling 30-day period compared to 1,218 a year ago. So that's a 50% or 53% increase over last year. And man, look at that, 200% increase on the condo townhome new construction, where we only had 34 on average this time last year, 102 in the rolling 30 days. So quite a change that we're seeing. And again, no down arrows, no flat numbers there. Everything's got the green arrow up. So everything is up in pendings. With that, next week's show, we're going to talk a little bit about skyrocketing sales, possibly, what's pricing going to do, but more importantly, units. How many units are we going to put under contract and sell in 2021? We did a little over 16,500 last year. Is it possible that we could hit that magic 20,000 sales? That'd be quite a feat if we did, but it's amazing. You say, how can you sell that many homes when we have such a shortage of homes for sale? But this is just the type of market we're in. Homes that are listed are sold almost at the same time. I call them vapor listings. They hit the market and all of a sudden they're under contract. So where will we be next year? We'll find out. Join me next week. I appreciate your subscribing to my YouTube channel. Be sure and subscribe. Be sure and like my channel if you like what you're seeing. And then if you ring the bell, hit the little bell icon on there as well. You'll be notified every time we have a new show. So that's it for this week. Thanks again for joining me. My name's Les Solgrove. This has been 15-minute market update from Simply Des Moines. We'll talk to you again next week.